watching News 24 Live. Welcome to our Thursday morning Super Rugby preview and prediction show. We are going to be looking ahead at round 14 with our Sport 24 rugby panel, editor Garen Lamney and chief writer Rob Hying. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Morning, mate.
Buys this weekend for the Crusaders, the Stormers and the Force. Rob, first up on Friday morning, we've got the Blues against the Bulls. The Bulls kicking off their overseas tour. Now is a real challenge for them. See Pierce Spies back to captain the side, and then the only other sort of significant change is Rudy Page in for Pete Van Zyl. But yeah, how do you see that going?
Yeah, as you say, Rudy Page coming back into the side, I think is quite important to them. They've got this new sort of spirit of fluidity, if you like, going through in the Bulls ranks, and Rudy Page was quite central to that before he got injured. So the fact that he's back is actually a good thing. I wrote this week that I think that the Bulls should have a go at the Blues. They mustn't sort of sit back and try to absorb pressure and turn it into an arm wrestle. I think what the Bulls need to do is actually take the bull by the horns, no pun intended, but actually show the Blues who's boss. Show them that they are the better side this season, that they're probably a better side on paper, even though the Blues probably under-deliver for some of the personnel that they have. But it's a vital game for the Bulls, because I think it's going to be such an important tone setter for their tour. They lost all 4 of their overseas tour games last season, so you can't take any tour win for granted. But really, this is a wonderful opportunity for them to go nice and sort of refreshed and relaxed into the first game. I'll tell you what, if they lose this one, it could turn into an ugly tour, because they've got some real toughies ahead. The Chiefs lurk the next week, for instance, in their second New Zealand game. So if they blow the Blues game, what chance are people going to give them then of knocking over the Chiefs? So it's a vital match. But I've got a good feeling about it. I think if the Bulls play a sort of multi-dimensional rugby, I'm not saying they must throw the ball around willy-nilly, because you've still got to be very careful of keeping your structure against a team like the Blues, who enjoy throwing the ball around themselves. So, but I just think that if the Bulls can get enough traction up front and dominate the lineouts with Victor Matfield to the fore and so on, that they really should be able to get a sufficient head of steam to then even start thinking about the possibility of a 4-try bonus point. So I'm pretty confident. I might not go as far as to say that the Bulls will get 4 tries, but I'm pretty confident that they will win. And I think if they lose, it's bad news for possibly for the rest of their tour, and then for the rest of their campaign, basically.
Yeah. And you foresee another away win in the next game, the Rebels travelling to Brisbane to face the Reds?
Yeah,
they're obviously in a hot run of form at the moment.
I guess I should start getting behind the Rebels. It's they've proved a lot of people wrong this season. The way they've sort of stuck it out. They've got still some sort of aspirations, especially because that Australian conference is beginning to look a little bit sort of wobbly up at the top, with the Waratahs and the Brumbies not looking particularly sort of formidable in the last few weeks. So there are opportunities for a sort of wild card side, if you like the Rebels to cash in. And the Reds are in such disarray that I suppose you've got to say the Rebels should be tipped. You wouldn't ordinarily say this in a Brisbane match against the Reds, but the Reds have sunk to such a degree that you've got to think, well, perhaps the Rebels should be able to eke this one out. But those Aussie derbies, you can never be completely sure. But yeah, I'd go Rebels.